About credit reports. But before we do this, let's go over our last lesson over the difference between an ATM debit card and a credit card. Which of the following statements are true? Select all that apply. When a debit card or ATM debit card is used, the purchase amount is immediately deducted from a checking account. Think about it. It's a debit card. You go to an ATM machine. You take money from it. Where are you taking this money out of? Your checking account. So it's true. Interest is charged for credit card purchases. When you use a credit card, you're borrowing money. It's not free money. It's not coming from you. It's coming from a company that is generously letting you borrow their money. However, nothing is free in life. If they're going to let you borrow, they will charge you interest. You have to pay back what you owe them plus even more money. So this is definitely true. Some credit cards allow user to borrow cash. True, because you're borrowing. Debit cards allow users to withdraw cash. The ATM debit card, a debit card is when you go to the ATM machine, you can go to Walgreens, put in your 4-digit PIN number, your personal identification number, and you can withdraw cash. True. Using a credit card has no effect on a user's credit rating. That is false. If you don't pay back your credit card, it's going to have some bad consequences. People are going to come after you. The company will come after you and demand their money back. So it does have an effect, a negative effect. So let's talk about credit card. So what is credit card? Every time you pay your bills, everybody has a credit score. Everybody's given a certain number. If I'm not mistaken, I think 900s are really, really good. It goes all the way to like 300s or something like that. When you buy a house, when you buy a car, whenever you do a loan, people look at your credit to see how good. Should we let you borrow money or not? So that's why you have a credit report. You see them advertise on TV all the time. It's called Experian.com. I can't remember what else advertisement, but it's a free credit score, the commercial. So pretend that you work as a loan officer at a credit union. You must decide whether to lend money to different borrowers based on his or her past actions. As each action statement is read, decide if the given information is a negative or positive action. You will vote with your feet. So in the first one, in the past 12 months, Mia has made 4 late payments on her checking account. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? It's a negative thing. It's going to hurt her. So that is not a good thing. So that is bad. Joaquin maintains a low balance on his credit card. That means he uses his credit card low. That means he doesn't use it as much. That's a good thing. It's a low balance. That means he owes very little money. That's a good thing. Joaquin has 4 credit cards, owes money to each credit card company. That's a negative. He's owing too much money to different credit card companies. He's borrowing way too much money from 4 different companies. That's bad. Mia owes money on 5 loans. That's bad. Mia has recently asked several friends for loans. That's negative. That's bad again. Should be only asking so many friends for different money. Should not be spending more money that you have. Dave Ramsey again. Joaquin has 1 outstanding loan that is almost paid off. So he's almost done paying off his loan. That's a good thing, positive. And so on. So from this, who would you give more money to? So the question is here, who would you lend money to and why? I personally would lend money to, let's see, Joaquin, Mia. Joaquin has positive, negative, positive. He has 2 positives and a negative. Mia, on the other hand, has negative, negative, negative. She has 3 negatives. I would lend money to Joaquin because he's a lower risk. I have a chance of getting my money back from Joaquin because he has 2 positive and 1 negative. Well, Mia just owes money to everybody. She's not going to be able to pay me back because she owes money to too many people. The better the credit report, the lower the interest rate. Credit reports that are negative result in higher interest rate being charged, which means the borrower is paying more money. So if your credit score, your credit report is bad, it's showing that you are higher risk. No one wants to let you borrow money from them. This is very, very important here. A credit report keeps records for 7 years. So if you don't pay a bill, or if you have a late payment, it's going to be on your record for up to 7 years. Some of your parents may know this. If you declare bankruptcy, it takes 7 years on your record to go off your record. So everything is 7 years. That's like if you file income tax, the government declares you must keep records for up to 7 years. So we're going to study this one. Study this diagram below, representing factors affecting credit and the weight of each compared to the whole. Then rank the items in the list below with 1 affecting credit the most, 5 affecting credit the least. So according to this, what affects your credit score or your credit report? Number 1, payment history. If you pay your money on time, that's a good thing. Number 2, the amount you owe. Hopefully you don't owe as much money. If you owe a lot of money, that's a bad thing. Number 3, length of credit history. And 4 or 5, these look like they're tied. New credit and type of credit. So let's go through our thing. Someone owes $3,000 to Ford Motor Credit for auto financing. So someone owes money. That's $3,000. So that's number 2, rank 2. Because that's owed. So what's the scenario? A consumer currently holds 1 home mortgage, 1 credit card, and 1 installment loan. So number 4 or 5, types of credit. So first credit established in 1987. That's the length, how long he's been holding it. That's number 3. The newest credit accounts established in January 2012. The newest credit. So new credit is 4 or 5. And payments to Credit Corporation of America were made on time. If it's made on time, that will go in this category, number 1. Last but not least, we're going to be dragging this. We have different scenarios. You're going to tell me which one is negative and which one is positive. If someone have 1 or more accounts listed in collection, that's negative. Collection means you owe money. You keep a steady job. That's a good thing. Dispute an unknown account and have it removed from credit report. So you're moving an unknown account. That's a bad account. And you have it removed. That's a good thing. I believe that's a good thing. Let me make sure. Yes, it is a good thing. Have multiple hard inquiries for credit report. That's actually a negative. If people keep checking your credit, see if you owe money or if you don't have enough money or you have money, keep looking over and over and over. People are going to say, why they keep looking this over and over? That's a bad thing. That actually is a negative. When I bought my house, I didn't realize that you should not have so many people looking at your money. Have several years of responsible. If you're responsible, it's positive. You've been unemployed for a long period of time. That's pretty negative. You filed for bankruptcy. That means you owe money. That's bad. Well, you used to owe money. You keep account balances at or below 25%. So you're not owing as much money. That's a positive thing. Make payments on or before due date. You pay your money before it's due. That's a good thing. Close all accounts with a 0 balance. Actually, this is what I had to go to the internet and look at it. This actually is a negative thing. Because it's good to have credit cards. Because it's showing that, and if you keep paying it and on time, it's good to show that you have a good payment history. So that's why you should not be closing too many credit cards that you pay off with 0 balances. You skip payments if cannot afford to pay. That's a bad thing. You should try to pay a little, even if it's a little. You pay entire balance owed at the end of the month. That's a good thing. You pay everything you owe. That's a good thing. You pay off current account. That's a good thing. You open new credit accounts. That actually is a negative. If you open up too many credit cards, that means you owe too much money to too many different companies. That's a negative thing. So today's personal finance is over credit reports and credit numbers. So there are good things and bad things that you can do to your credit. If you pay your bill on time, that's a good thing. If you don't owe too much, that's a good thing. If you have a long credit history, that means you've been paying off this credit card for a really long time, been responsible, that's a good thing. So, main thing from this is try to pay off your credit card because credit card is your borrowing money because they will keep it on record for up to 7 years.